How's everybody doing? It is E here with Yahoo Esports, and we are actually about to do a very fun segment for you guys. Kind of a little bit of a question that's been kind of hovering around. If Smash 4 does indeed get ported over to the Switch, but no GameCube controller adapter is available, what will happen when pros and personalities will have to go ahead and trade in their GameCube controllers for a Switch Pro controller? I'm on the hunt to find out. I'm going to go inside and start talking to some people. I'll see you in a bit.
This feels really good. I could definitely see myself playing with this.
I feel like it's okay.
Overall, I just feel like,
yeah, I like the position of the joysticks and the fact that, because like the C-stick is, I don't know, there's a bunch of stuff.
This is actually heavier than I thought it would be. Yeah. I don't like the ridges, personally.
It's really smooth. It feels really good in your hands, but like, because you see like the difference here and here, it's still really it's like coarse enough that like it grips.
It doesn't feel right. There's just something about, I'm used to the way the GameCube controller is, and just the giant A button, the way it fits in your hand.
Feels a lot smaller than the, I don't really play the Wii U Pro controller, but it feels like a nice size, and I like that the other stick is down here this time.
I have to figure this out because I do claw. Like I do this on the GameCube controller, so I can't do that anymore. So like, how do I like short hop up air?
It's a question you have to answer.
I mean, I can play with it. I obviously would want a GameCube controller, but
String up airs together.
Always.
I really like the bumper and the trigger. Those feel really nice. Because it's like one of the things, a lot of the controller modders will definitely like make it a button instead of a trigger. And both the trigger and the bumper technically, so like L and ZL, those are really nice.
with the newer versions of Smash that don't require light shield, I see people being able to play with this, right? We don't have to worry about pressing the L or R buttons all the way, or the SL or Z or ZL buttons all the way, etc.
Don't get me wrong, this is comfortable and I think it's great for Switch, but I think everyone, like literally most people would argue that we're most comfortable with the GameCube controller. It's been that way in Smash since 2001.
Smash, like the GameCube controller should be like for everything. Like if it was like a GameCube controller for the Wii U would have sold like a lot more things, like that was a primary controller. And it wasn't even the fact that like, we're all Smash players, it's just like the design of it.
The shape of it feels a bit off because we're so used to GameCube controllers.
Exactly, man. I mean that. The GameCube controller over 10 years playing with that. So I mean, if it did happen, do you think you could see yourself transition? It would take a while, but
yeah, it would definitely take a while. But it feels like something you can't really break into. It's not something that's doesn't feel like it's gonna get worn off. I don't know, man. It doesn't feel all that great.
When it first came out on the Wii U, I had trouble getting my GameCube adapter, so I had to play with like the gamepad for like the first couple hours, and I was used to it within a couple hours. So I think I would transfer over pretty easily, but that's still a pretty big.
It is.
That'd be a problem.
2001, we've had the GameCube controller for Smash. Like
an adapter just for Smash for the Wii U. So if they don't. Oh man.
I mean, if I absolutely had to, sure. But before when the 3DS Smash was the only thing available, there was actually people who modded it to play GameCube with the GameCube.
I remember seeing that. I could never get my hands. It was like $300. I was like, hell, screw that.
But that was with the 3DS. So we might be seeing that. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, like you said, if push does come to shove, it's just something we have to get used to. Because new isn't necessarily bad. It's just different. And it's going to be a while to adjust. But I think that, with that being said, I think it's definitely possible.
The one thing that I can compare it to, like in the FGC, a lot of the FGC players don't even play on pad. They play on stick. So like, if there was no port for like, we couldn't use a GameCube controller, I would actually expect a lot of players to use some type of like pad. Or a stick, something like that, if they wanted to keep up with like, just a traditional method. This is okay. Yeah, no, I would use it. This is what I would use if I couldn't use a GameCube controller.
Like the main thing that a lot of people aren't really thinking about is you could probably map out the controls to how you would like. Would you probably make some adjustments on that front?
Probably so, yeah. But honestly, I don't know why, but I'm just really good at pushing buttons. Do you remember at Smash the Record when I played with oven mitts?
I do remember that, and it didn't seem like you were.
Yeah, exactly. So it's the same thing.
I'd probably remap all the buttons so that A would be down here. My special attacks would be here, and I would want my jump attacks to be here. So looking into this, the fact that I'll probably have to remap every time I play on a new console might be annoying. I'd prefer the GameCube controller, so make sure it happens, Nintendo.
I would just do what I normally do. C-stick to attack, tap jump off. Everything else will be normal.
Yeah, I really like this. Unfortunately, I tried buying one, but the GameStop I had was out. So all I have is the Joy-Cons right now.
That's Yahoo property. So we're going to wrap it up just in case this guy gets a little too frisky. So we saw some optimism, some cautious optimism, and of course, a little bit of negativity sprinkled in there. But at the end of the day, hey, we're all Smashers. There's a will, there's a way. And of course, when it comes to Smash, we do it all day. Thanks a lot, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Well, you know what I always say, man. If you love something enough, you'll make it work. But then again, maybe that's why you're single. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in for another hype segment. I'll see you on the next one.